Hey, this video is to help you navigate if while breastfeeding your baby keeps twiddling with your nipple on the other side, and if that is an uncomfortable or annoying sensation for you that's interfering with your breastfeeding relationship. Babies, while they're feeding, your boobs are their happy place. They're so happy to be here. They love the space and they love interacting with it, but that means at some point that little hand might reach over and start doing something that for some moms is totally normal and it doesn't bother them, and for other moms just drives them crazy. I happen to be one of those mothers where I hate that feeling. I hate when my son has done that. The sensation just drives me crazy, and so I needed him to stop if it was going to support our breastfeeding relationship continuing forward in a positive way. So for any moms that's the position that you are in, here are a couple of things to keep in mind. Number one, baby just loves you and your body and the space. They're happy and safe. So if you take a hold of their hand, that's another way for them to interact with you. And so just being able to give them little kisses and kiss those fingers while they're eating could be another way that they feel like they're interacting with you, and it stops them from twiddling. Another thing that you can do is give them your finger to hold onto or play with the inside of their palm. If they like more, it's the stimulation. They like the sensation of your nipple on the palm of their hand and their fingers. You can use your fingers and just play with the inside of the palm of the hand, and that might be enough interaction, what they're looking for. You can cover up the breast. So if both your breasts were exposed or they keep working up underneath the material so that they can play and fiddle, you can find a way to flip your shirt down and pull it in tight. Or what I would do is support my son and I would tuck my other arm across. So I would end up feeding him like this. Sometimes it was just because then he couldn't work under the material or find his way down my shirt. My arm was over top of my other breast, and so I was able to kind of keep things guarded. It didn't bother me, the sensation of him playing around on the underside or top of my breast, but nipple, just could not handle that. So that was the part that I kept covered. So you have a couple of options for either giving their hand something else to do or just blocking access to your nipple. Otherwise, you can also take a look at behavior modification techniques where you're just simply teaching your child, sweetheart, I don't like that, and so I'm asking you to stop. That can include, if they twiddle with your nipple, doing a little jump or a startle. If they realize that the world shakes every time that they do that, they might decide, okay, I'm not interested in doing that anymore. You can use your voice to say ow or no. And maybe it's not painful, but if it is, ow. Ow just tends to communicate, no, I don't like that. But ow, I don't like that. You can use your words. Don't let anybody talk you into, babies don't understand you, so why bother? No, you are laying out language foundation. So if they hear that tone of voice and that combination of sounds each time they're doing something that mom seems to be telling them to stop, eventually they piece it all together. So you are laying out the foundations, and that's just fine. Feel free to use your words. Sweetheart, I don't like that. You need to stop. You need to stop playing with my nipple. You've got that. You've got timeouts. If every time they twiddle, you're going, no, I'm going to set you down, sweetheart, then okay, that's an option. They realize that when they do that, they lose contact with the breast. Okay, that can be enough to modify the behavior. And otherwise, sometimes they simply need that physical response and identification of, instead of just ow or I don't like that, well, what is it that you don't like? Well, if we nip that hand, so just grabbing a little bit of the skin, not pinching, not injuring your child, but grabbing the back of the skin and just gently but firmly, hey, no, I don't like that, then it really clarifies, this is the limb that needs to stop. This is the thing that I need you to change. So no, ow, I don't like that, please stop. And giving that physical feedback, that little nip on the back of the hand, you need to stop, can be enough to change the behavior. Some of these techniques might have immediate effect and you see an immediate response and they stop. Other times they need to be trained over time. But if you stick with it, baby can learn, mommy doesn't like that, that's something that I need to stop, and your breastfeeding journey and your relationship together can continue forward in a positive way. So I hope that information is helpful for you. All the best.